kind of a no man's land, so that's a little bit of history, maybe more than you want.
All right, great. Let's see here. We have Councilor Davis.
Mr. Flournoy, I got a couple of questions for you. So it is, you're basically the developer then, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, all right. I guess, I don't know if this question is going to match up or not, but I was going to ask you, is this going to be, the Benning Technology Park going to be a private office park? And I'm not sure with the connection how that works.
The intention would be yes.
Yes?
That's the intention.
So would there be a POA also be involved in this office park?
More than likely, we're not sure at the end of the day. As I really started off, we were going to build the buildings and own a lot of the buildings when that video was there. That was our intention, since we don't really know what's happening with Fort Benning and what the demand, if it comes in and it's more of a, if it turns into an office retail incubator, we really don't know.
Okay.
And, you know, what we want to do is again, is align ourselves with as many things as we can to attract the best, you know, people who want to come in there. I mean, right now there's nothing there.
Right.
You really need
I would agree with you. I think the main thing, I just wanted to see if y'all were going to create a POA or
What's a
I guess
POA?
it's a Property Owners Association, which is and I'm assuming that it's, you know, it'll be owned by the Development Authority and it'll be a private office park.
More than likely, I would guess we would, similar like Brookstone, where you can have consistent signage, you have a maintenance program of the roads and landscaping. That's the only way you really get a nice facility, in my opinion.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, who else do we have before we go on to Uptown? Or did you have anything else, Mr. Bleakley, on this one? Okay. All right, we're just motoring along at light speed here, and we're going to hear from Richard Bishop next. Looks like Richard Bishop and crew. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, for the opportunity to be here today, and I'm going to be quick.
So you think. So
you know, that old saying is that, you know, you're doing your due diligence and devil's in the details. You're doing exactly what is expected of you, and we appreciate that. We just hope that over the next few weeks we can provide you all the information that you need to have, so that, you know, come December the 15th, we'll have all these questions answered and we can go to a vote. Just very quickly, what I did pass out to you is this is an executive summary of the development plan that you will have for the River District area. It will be much thicker than this when hopefully you get it next week. So that'll give you a lot of time to develop your questions. You can get them to us. You can get them to city staff. This is a start to getting you a lot of information, so we'll keep that process going. You know, you've had a lot of information today about the mechanics of how this tax allocation district works. And I know, and Rick said it just right, we're not here to talk about projects. But I did want to take the opportunity to show you where an opportunity is in the Uptown area. And if you just bear with me, and I have to give credit to Hake Bertishaw. They did this presentation in 2008. So that tells you how projects can just sit out there and nothing gets done. And it's really exciting that the city has put together this tool, one of the tools in the toolbox, can ignite some development like this. So this is the 1200 block of Broad. The Raymond Rowe building is right there on the corner of 12th and Broad. This thing is not working. Here it is right here. Okay, right there. So you can see, if you look into this block from Broadway to 2nd Avenue, from 12th to 13th, you can see all those vacant spaces. Those are opportunities for infill. And you look at it, and that gives you a better idea of where all those infill opportunities are. And then you start looking at the opportunity to add something right here. Now, I have to tell you, this is a concept, and we've taken liberty with other people's property, but I can also tell you this tool that you're providing gives a strong opportunity for this to start happening sooner than later. Then you've got another area, that building B, right here, that comes online. And then guess what? When you start to create all this density, you need a parking deck. Now, people will argue, I know as much about parking in Uptown as anybody does, I can tell you. And can I tell you the occupancy rates on our parking decks? I absolutely can do that. But when you start building density in an area like this, and you have a residential development, you've got to have a parking deck. So a TAD is an incredible tool to do a parking deck. So then you get, on this other side, opportunities for residential development that can use the parking deck. And then you go across the street and you fill up another snaggletooth area that's in that area that had no infill. And then you go on 2nd Avenue and you create another space over there. So this whole deal starts to work and do all these infill opportunities in this 1,200 block. So that's what we started with. This is what we can end up with incentives that are provided by the TAD. Now, the important thing, look at all the streetscapes here. You know, I've been involved with the city and with the downtown area for a lot of years. And we were fortunate enough with past sales tax to do the streetscapes on Broadway and a couple of the streets, and not all the way from Front to 1st Avenue. But I can tell you, I bet you, if you check with city staff and engineering, they're going to tell you that the infrastructure in all those other streets is 150 years old, and it's not going to last forever. To me, this gives the city an opportunity to develop a strategy through a master plan and set some money aside to start dealing with your infrastructure challenges in that district, especially on 11th. Today, if you go to Broadway, you'll see that 11th Street has a barricade. They was a failure. I don't know this, but I bet it's something that the city didn't plan for, and they having to find that money somewhere to do it. This gives you an opportunity to set money aside to start dealing with infrastructure that sooner or later is going to catch up with the city. So that's just a quick overview of what can happen and what a TAD can do in one particular area in our city. We're fortunate to be able to participate with our other participants here, with the Liberty District 6th Avenue and City Mills, and which, City Village.
Marquette McKine with City Village.